Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be talking about contouring, highlighting, and bronzing, and what's the difference between bronzing and contouring. So basically when you are contouring, you are going to be adding shadows to your face and try to trick the eye to make your face shape look different than what it is. So for example, if you have more of a heart-shaped face, the goal is to try and make your face look more oval. That's the goal of contouring. It's like you want to make your face look more oval because apparently that's the most flattering face shape. So that's this face shape that you're trying to achieve. So if your face is more square, you kind of want to contour the perimeter to try and make your face look more oval, and vice versa for every single face shape. If you have more of a long face, you don't want to highlight areas that will make your face look longer, i.e. your chin and your forehead, because it's just gonna bring attention to those areas and make your face look longer. So instead you kind of want to contour those areas. Do you get what I'm saying? So anywhere that you want to create a shadow is a place that you kind of want to hide, and any place that you want to put a highlight you want to bring forward. So if you want to bring more attention to your cheekbones, you gotta put a highlight on there. If you have a big nose and you kind of want to make it smaller, then you're going to contour. If you have a long nose and you want to shorten it, you want to put contour at the tip of your nose and the sides. And if you have like a small nose, whatever, you want to make it longer, then you're just going to start the contour from here and bring it down to make it look longer. So you kind of are tricking the eye where you're putting the shadows. Now, when you're bronzing, you're putting warmth wherever the sun would naturally hit your face. So if you're standing out in the sun will naturally hit your face right here around the perimeter of your forehead, down over here on your cheeks and your jawline and like your neck a little bit. So you're gonna add warmth. So you're not putting a shadow in those areas, you're adding warmth in those areas. Some people contour and bronze with the same gray toned color, and some people use two different shades. So for example, in the Anastasia Contour Kit, if you were going to contour your face, you want to use the shade right here in the middle because it's more of a gray toned color, and this creates more of a realistic shadow. But if you're going to bronze your face, you want to use one of the warmer colors right here. See how this is more warm than this color over here, and you're going to put that where the sun would naturally hit, which is kind of in the same areas. But if you want to kind of chisel out your cheekbones and add a natural shadow on your nose to make it look slimmer, you're going to use more of a cool toned gray shadow just to create the most realistic shadow as possible. Because if you're putting something orange in those areas, it's just gonna make you look a little bit orange and it's not gonna look so real. So I'm gonna demonstrate on my face. I have a very easy face shape because it is oval, so I don't have to do any intense contouring or highlighting to make my face look like it's a different shape to kind of hide everything. So I'm just going to show you what I would do on my face shape. So the first thing that I like to do actually is bronze. So the most commonly reached for bronzing powder is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Give Me Sun. I love, love, love this as a bronzer because it really adds the most beautiful sun-kissed glow to my face. And I like to take it on a big fluffy brush like this. This one is by Sonia Kasuk, and it came out with one of her limited edition brush sets. So if you can't get your hands on this, then another one that I recommend would be this Real Techniques multi-purpose brush. I use this a lot, but I have been reaching for this one more because it's a little bit less dense than this one, so it creates more of an airbrush look than this one, because this one's a little bit more dense. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of this powder just on this brush, and I'm going to be putting this in places that the sun would naturally hit. So I'm just going to be putting a little bit over here on my temples and just blending it out, and then I'm just going to be taking this down onto my cheeks. You can think of this as like a 3 with the bronzer. So you're just going to go like this, bring it down over here, blend it out, and then bring it down over here. You don't have to be too precise with this because this is not contouring. With contouring, you need to be nice and precise. So I'm just adding some warmth back to my face. So I don't know if you can see the difference between this side and this side of my face. This side already has more dimension and more life to it than this side. See? So that's just with bronzing. So I'm just gonna do this side as well, starting from my temples, bringing it down I'm not taking it in the hollows of my cheekbones, I'm just taking it kind of at my cheeks. And then bringing it down to the side of my face as well. And then I like to take my bronzer all over my neck with whatever's left on the brush with no extra product, because I just want to add some warmth to my neck as well. I don't want to be nice and bronzed up here and then just nothing on my neck. So I'm just going to be blending this all out. You can even, lost my voice there for a second. You can even add a little bit in the center of your face, but not too much, because then you're just gonna look like an Oompa Loompa and we don't want that. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I'll either take this shade right here from my Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. I like this shade because it's not too warm, but it's not too cool. Or I'll take this shade here from the Anastasia Contour Kit. I think more people have this than that palette, so I'm just gonna use this today so that whatever. And I'm going to be taking the contour on my Makeup Geek rounded blush brush. The reason why I like this brush is because it's super small, but it blends out the color very easily, and it's really good for fitting into the small areas, the contours of the face. So if you feel like you have a bigger forehead, this is a great time to kind of hide it, and you're just going to kind of contour the perimeters of your face, pretty much where you put the bronze shade, but you're going to go like on the outside, bring a little bit on the top of your forehead, on the sides to kind of shrink it and make it look smaller. Same thing if you have more of a square face, you want to contour just like on the corners of your face to kind of make it look slimmer. So you're adding shadows because it kind of hides that area with the shadow and it makes it look more oval. If you get what I'm saying? Do you get my drift? Okay. So I'm going to take a little bit of this color right here. I'm not sure what the name is, but this is the classic original kit. So I'm just taking a little bit of that on my Makeup Geek brush. I'm just going to suck in my cheekbone, which doesn't really help, honestly. So the goal of this line of the hollows of your cheekbone is going to be from the top of your ear right here down to the corner of your mouth. So that's the angle that you want to put your contour in. Or if you want, take a brush, roll it down the side of your cheek, and wherever it goes in is where you're going to put your contour. I don't like to bring my contour in anywhere further than like here. I don't bring it down all the way to the corner of my mouth because it just looks less realistic. So I just bring it in as little as possible, and I'm going to blend it upward. If you're blending it downward, you're going against the purpose of contouring. You want to sink in this area and kind of like make this whole thing look more lifted by highlighting and contouring it. If you bring the contour color down, you're going to kind of sag your face. So I'm just taking a little bit of this color onto this brush, and I'm taking it right in the hollows of my cheekbone. And I'm bringing it all the way back to my ear because I don't want to have color here and then nothing here. So I'm just going to blend this back. So do you see how this side of my face is more chiseled now than this side? It gives it much more dimension. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side. You guys see the difference? Okay, now what you could do also is you can add a little bit of contour right here if you want to give yourself a more defined jawline. And I'm just going to do it for the purposes of this video, but I normally would not do that. And also, I'll just take a little bit just on the perimeter of my face, just at my temples, just to add a little bit of a shadow there, just to show you guys. And then also, I don't really contour my nose really, but if I want to, I just take whatever's left over on this brush and I'll just run it very, very lightly just on the sides of my nose, just to add a little bit of color in this area because it's like all pretty bright. So I'm just gonna go like this. And then to shorten my nose a little bit, I'll go a little bit at the bottom. And it just adds more dimension to the face. So if you feel like you did a little bit too much, that's too harsh for you, whatever, you can go back with your bronzer brush and just kind of blend everything together. So that's it for the contouring and the bronzing, and then I already highlighted with my concealer just in this area, down the bridge of my nose, on my chin, Cupid's bow. I didn't do anything on my forehead because I don't really want to make it look bigger. It's a great size, I just leave it alone. And now I'm going to show you, if you wanted to add blush, where you would add blush. Okay, so the blush brush that I normally use is this one by Sonia Kasuk, again from that limited edition brush set. My favorite blushes are the Kat Von D blushes. I love the formula more than any other blushes. They are super smooth, easy to blend out, and super, super pigmented. So literally all I do is boop like that, and I have so much product on my brush, and then I tap off any excess. Where I personally like to put my blush is in the middle of my contour and my highlight. So I didn't put my highlight on yet, I'm gonna put it on next, but I put it just like right above where I put my contour, kind of where my bronzer is, and I take it from the outer part of my face and bring it downwards. I don't like blush on the apples of my cheeks, that's just me personally. So I'm gonna take the brush over here and I'm just gonna kind of do circular motions and kind of deposit the color just over here. So this side has blush, this side has no blush, this side has blush, this side has no blush. Do you guys see the difference of that? So I'm just gonna go like this. So you can bring your blush down to the apples of your cheeks. I do that just with whatever's extra, but I don't start there because I don't want the color to be mainly focused right there. So now that's with blush on, and what I'm gonna do is I am actually going to blend it out, again with the original bronzer blush brush, because I just want everything to be blended into each other. So now I'm going to add a highlight. The highlighter that I'm going to be using today is the Mary Luminizer by the Balm, because why not? And I like to take this, funnily enough, on one of these flat contour brushes. So they look like this. And what I'll do is I will just dip this brush into the highlighter, tap off any excess, and it's the perfect size to just kind of pop on the top of your cheekbones. So this is your cheekbone right here, and you're just going to put the highlighter right there. And then I like to kind of connect the highlighter up to my brow. I'm just going to take it just like that. Same thing on the other side. And then if you want, you can take a little bit on the bridge of your nose, your Cupid's bow, your chin, and a little bit on your forehead, if your heart desires. And that is it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this contour highlighting blush video. If you guys found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. If you guys have any questions at all, if you're confused by anything I said in this video, ask me anything you want in the comments below. I will try and answer everything. I probably will be able to answer everything, let's be honest. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.